Hi there folks, and welcome to another video of the photography challenges with Páll and Arjan. And today we are going to shoot panoramas. I will continue to unpack the car right now, take my stuff out because I'm a little bit short on time. I have had a couple of busy days at home and at my day job that I'm going to after I finish shooting this video as well, and basically have an hour or two maybe, so I decided to stay kind of close to home and my work, going out to the river here in the town that I grew up in, so I know this place quite well. And yeah, as I said, panoramas, so I will be trying to get a cool panorama here, maybe another one a little bit further out that way, we'll see. Anyway, let's get to the river first. So yeah, this place is pretty much where I grew up as a little kid, and the town is that way, and it's 4,000 people living there, and the town is located by the river. That's where I spend all my time as a kid. And so yeah, the riverfront there looks kind of nice always. I'm just hoping that, you know, the light is going to be okay. We now have some sunshine, and we haven't had that here for what, like almost a week and a half maybe. It has been very grey and cloudy and overcast, and now there's sunlight, but there's no clouds and no detail in the sky, and it's 10 o'clock or something in the morning, so the light is quite harsh now. So I hope the sun won't be an issue in my sequence of shots for the panorama, but I think we'll be okay. I can try to get the sun out of the frame at least, not, you know, peek too much. But yeah, let's go to the river and see what we can do. Huh. Somebody left its shoe here. This area always floods at least once or twice a year whenever the river is expanding, and you know, it carries all the crap that is inside the river. And growing up here, it never ceases to amaze me to see what kind of crap people are dumping in the river, or the kind of trash that is floating around. Pick up your mess, folks. Keep nature clean. So with the sun being right there, I'm going for a composition that is going that way, focusing or looking that way. There's a couple of geese flying around. They are supposed to go south, but they're flying up north now. But there's a whole bunch of them gathering there in a pool, and they'll probably migrate to the south soon for the winter. Anyways, that's not what we're here. I'm going to walk out to this place right here, so that I have the sun in my back, or at least towards my left, towards my side, and then make a panorama of the river that way. The church and the castle of my hometown, my old hometown, might be in the shot. Let's see if we can get that. So yeah, this looks like a decent spot to try and shoot the panorama, the first panorama of the day. And what I usually do is take my phone out and take a phone panorama to get an idea of a possible result. So let's do that now. And pan it slowly. And I think, you know, there could be a cool panorama here. I don't know if you guys can see this on the phone, yes or no. Is it focusing? I have no idea. But yeah, this scene pretty much that you're seeing right now is what I'm going for. The church and the castle is behind this tree now, so for the first panorama it's not going to be in there. But maybe if I take a step down here in a bit, I might be able to get those two buildings in the panorama. But let's set up, take out the Nikon and shoot the first pano. Alright, let's go. Right now I have the 17 to 55 f2.8 mounted to my Nikon here. I just quickly need to attach the L bracket to the camera, if I can remember where I left it. You know, this L bracket is basically the thing that connects your camera to the tripod, and it's cool because with an L bracket, I will show you, you can have your camera go in here and you can shoot horizontally and vertically quite easy this way. So let's get back to the tripod there and set up. As I enjoy the view as I walk back, I haven't been to this particular spot in maybe a year or two, and this used to be one of my main spots, as I was talking about before, as a kid, to come and hang out and sit by the river, swim in summertime, meet up with friends, do some barbecuing even. I can almost see my parents' house from here, so this is only a couple of 100 meters away from the place where I grew up. So it's nice to be here, and even though the light is quite harsh, as I talked about before, it's still very, very nice here. It usually is. So, time for the tripod, and I will do a tripod panorama here, but also try a handheld version and just see which one of those comes out better when I process the images and stitch them in on the computer. And I usually do a tripod version and then do a handheld version, just to have a backup one for the other. If one of those are not working out, then it's always good to take two, to have two attempts basically. Yep, let's set it up. Let's start shooting. Panoramas, you just shoot them in vertical mode on your camera, so portrait orientation. Right now I'm going for f10 320ths of a second. That looks a bit too dark, so 200th of a second on, let's say, 20 mil on the lens for my focal range, and then go from here where the sun starts creeping in the frame all the way to the tree over there. That is going to be my panorama. Make sure my tripod is nice and level. And the cool thing about the cameras these days, a lot of them, at least mine, has a built-in level, waterpas in Dutch, basically, so you can look if your composition is straight, and this works. So we'll go and take the shot now. I will start from left and then go to the right. That's what I always do. And it really doesn't matter what you do, if you go from right to left or left to right. I guess whatever works for you. Just, you know, I've gotten used to going from left to right, so yeah, that's what I found out is my approach of taking panoramas. And let's try out a handheld version right now, which is also the way I've been shooting panoramas in the beginning. When I first started doing them, I was only doing them handheld, and I still feel very comfortable doing handheld panoramas. You know, tripod is often a lot more stable and gets you not per se better result, but good results. But yeah, handheld for me just feels natural as well. So let's go and get some handheld shots. And right now I'm zooming into about 30 mil, I guess, to shoot this handheld panorama. It's going to be around 10 vertical images, something like that. Maybe 12, 15, doesn't really matter. That I will stitch in either Lightroom or Photoshop if the stitching needs a bit more of a manual approach. This looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's gonna work out, I guess. Panoramas in my old hometown. Yeah, really nice. So that was our first attempt at shooting a panorama here, and we'll find out once we get home to the computer if it really worked out, if they are stitchable and any good. But yeah, the most important thing for every video that I will make in this playlist for this series, or any video in general, is that I have to enjoy being here and only please myself in the first place. And a place like this, in these conditions, is obviously very enjoyable. And so my focus is, of course, to try and get away with cool shots for every challenge. You know, entertain you guys with, yeah, showing you some cool photos that would be a very cool bonus to me as an end result of this series. But the main thing is, as I just told you now, is to very much so be aware of how beautiful nature is and life is. I know this sounds very cheeky right now, but just breathing in the fresh air here, staring at the sun, feeling it warm up my face on a Monday morning, doing some photography, some video stuff. Yeah, that is the key element to this series and everything I will ever do and always do when it comes to my landscape photography and videography. And something I will probably talk about quite a lot in upcoming videos or whatever. And so I'm sorry if you're getting sick of that message, but I find it very important to make clear, and I hope and I truly wish that you are, you know, allowing yourself to get this experience too. Cool shots is a bonus. It's really nice. As a photographer, obviously you want to go for some cool shots, and we work pretty hard for that. We work our asses off, facing all kinds of elements and all preparing stuff, spending money on equipment, whatever. That's all cool. That's all really good, and I like to do that as well. Like, go the extra mile and all that. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I'll try to stop ranting here. When it comes down to it, this right here, this silence, this being in the spot, is the most important thing there is. And what's cool about this series is that, you know, Páll is doing the same kind of thing, and you know, both of us never really know what the other one is getting in terms of shots and experience, because he's in Iceland, so a drastically different environment and nature there. And of course we keep each other up to date about, yo, this is where I'm going today and doing this and that. But you know, the way he approaches his videos is hopefully a bit different than mine, so that way we will get a nice dynamic playlist in the end of, yeah, two guys shooting the same kind of thing in a completely different environment and with a unique approach. What I like about Páll's videos is that he's probably gonna tell you a bit more about how he's doing things, like taking you in depth with the photography a bit more, and I might be a bit more towards the whole experience and being in the place kind of thing. But yeah, I could be totally wrong as well. That's the fun thing about this, that I have no clue how Páll's video is going to turn out, and he doesn't know about mine. As there is a boat approaching on the river right there. So I'm really looking forward to see Páll's video, and I hope you are as well. So just as I was about to get to my car, I am looking at this pool right now, and the water is so calm and still. It's almost like a mirror, and there's some geese and some swans over there in the distance. and there's an interesting shape here in the foreground in the pool, so I decided to go and take a panorama here and basically capture the whole pond or pool in a panoramic shot. So let's get set up and get this shot. So I feel this shot will work best when shooting it handheld, because the ground I'm on is a bit sloped. It goes up from there. It goes up here a bit. So I'm going to shoot this handheld, nice and easy, without tripping over my bag, hopefully. Let's do it from here. Let's not touch this wire because I'll get a shock. Yeah, this looks so calm right now. It's really nice. So again, vertical shots. There's a car coming, I'll let it pass by so it's not in the shot. And here we go, going from left to right, around 7 or 8, maybe 9 shots. Right now I'm getting close to where the sun is, and I'll take one more shot, and this should hopefully stitch nicely in the computer and gives you a nice view of the pond here. This almost like a bay kind of shaped, like a U, the letter U shaped part of the water here. Really nice. Yeah, and now let's go to the car. I can see it. It's right behind the camera I'm filming this on, and there is a viewing platform out over the river about 5 kilometers up north, and I'll try to climb it. Well, I won't try to climb it because it will be easy to climb. I'll get in there, that's what I want to say, and go and grab a cool shot from there. So put this away, zip up the back, walk to the car, have a nice drive. It's along the river, this whole drive, nice views along the way, and then we will get out once we are at the viewing platform and go for another nice panorama, hopefully. Here we are, there's that viewing tower, so we will park up the car nicely right here. Alright, we made it to the top, and this is the view you get up here. By the way, there's some construction going on over there. I hope the audio is going to be fine, and excuse me for being out of breath a little bit, very much out of shape, but these videos will get me out more and get me in shape a bit more, hopefully. There's a ferry crossing the river. I used to take that every now and then when I went to school. There's another one where I was before that I took every day, basically, but this one on some other occasions. Anyways, trying to get a panorama here, and the amount of light there is a bit problematic for a panorama shot, but what I'll try and do is get a shot with my telelens, my 70 to 200 millimeter, so I don't have to shoot a vertical shot like this. I will make him zoom in more, so it compresses to this, and then try to get, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'll try to get like from the city in the distance all the way out towards that point basically. So let's get set up and try to get this panorama. So okay, I am going to shoot this scene handheld with my 70 to 200 millimeter. And the reason why I'm shooting this at 70 millimeter is because that way I can frame my shot without having the sun in there, so you get a little bit more control over your exposure. If the sun, at 17 millimeter with my 17 to 55 millimeter, the sun would be in the shot and it would have the light all over the place. So I'm basically zooming in or cropping, or however you want to call it, into the scene and making a panorama with the 70 to 200 millimeters. At 70 millimeters, every shot is going to be zoomed in more. So I will need to be taking a lot more shots in a sequence, lining them up next to each other in order to get all the way from where the city is to this place over there. So I'm not sure if this is going to work out. This will probably be like a 20 or 25 panorama. It's going to be heavy on the computer at least, and but if it works out, it gives this very cool, like super resolution panorama photo that will have a lot of detail. The file size will be crazy big. The resolution, the horizontal resolution will be huge. So it will be a cool exercise to see if this theory that I'm having here actually works out for real. Yeah, and to finish this video off, I'll do another shot with the 10 to 20 mil, so a wide angle shot. I'm going from here all the way back to here again, and this shot will include the sun over there, but with a wide angle lens the sun is going to be only a small dot, so hopefully if I nail my settings it won't be much of a problem, and I can work around it in post-processing. So let's get this final shot, and here we go. And as you can already probably tell, I'm rotating much faster or over bigger. My rotations are bigger because at 10 millimeters you're gonna end up having to use less shots to cover the whole area, because this lens is so wide it captures more of the scene in one go. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, and with that, that's it for this video, I guess. I'm going to grab some lunch and then head off to work. And then as I get home tonight, I will start editing these files, and hopefully there's at least one decent panorama that I can show you guys in this video. Maybe a bit more, but hopefully at least one. And I hope you enjoyed this video of me taking some panoramas, showing you around here by the river where I grew up on this I'll say it again, on this very nice Monday morning. Weather-wise, it has been quite some time since we've seen the sun like it has been today, so that's really good. Please consider to subscribe to my channel, to Páll's also. It really helps our channels grow, which is awesome, of course. And I look forward to go out again later this week, probably for the next video, and I'm not going to tell you right now what that's about, because I don't even know myself. Páll and I basically take it video, like step one video at a time, sorry, to decide on what are we going to do. So I will sit down with Páll over video chat or messenger, and we'll come up with a plan for the next video. And yeah, have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Bye.